What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at MattyFish33 on YouTube. Thank you for everyone that follows along on this fishy journey in our fish gallery here. Today we are going to do another fish feature. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys, I got a little cold. But anyways, today we are going to do another fish feature, and today's fish feature is going to be on our Chilotilapia rhodesii, which is more commonly known as your Malawi bream. And our big guy is right here. He's stunningly blue with some yellow undertones too. I'm hopeful that, see how his yellow belly's kind of coming out as he continues to grow, that that he will reach his full potential. But so far, very pleased with this fish. Very beautiful. We have named him Big Si. And for good reason. He's nowhere near full grown yet. Right now he's probably about 6 inches. These guys, their average size is going to be about 9 or so inches, and they can top out closer to a foot in some cases as well. Now, just like most other of these cichlids in this tank, this guy is endemic to Lake Malawi in Africa. Sorry, he just keeps wanting to swim up to the top. I wish he would come down a little more. There we go. I think these guys are a little fired up because I need to feed them, but I was trying to get a video filmed first. Also, I'm not sure where I'm getting micro bubbles, but one of these FXs probably needs its filter floss changed, is the reason for that. But as I was saying, there he is. Just trying to back away. It's hard to film these fish sometimes, guys, as you can see. But I kind of leave this stuff in here for you, just so you can see how this actually works. You know, I don't want to hide anything from you guys. So, as I was saying, this guy is also endemic to Lake Malawi in Africa. They can sometimes be found in the shallower portions where the muddy bottoms are. They do feed mainly on snails, which is a lot to do with the shape of their mouth and how their lip comes down, so it assists them in opening those snails. And that being said, guys, we have a graveyard of snails in here because before I had added this guy to the system, we had probably, I don't know, 10 or so mystery snails in here. And he has since been the culprit of basically eliminating the majority of those. I think there's still a couple around, but he definitely lived up to his name, so to speak, and you know, took care of a lot of the snails that we had in here. Unfortunately, much to my chagrin, because you know, I wanted the snails in here so that, you know, less glass cleaning and less rock cleaning for me. But this guy obviously had other plans. So these guys are going to be happy, just like most of your other Malawi cichlids, in terms of temperature between 72 and 80 degrees. They love the hard water as well. And he's also going to be very happy in that normal pH range, somewhere between 7.5 and about 8.3. Out in the wild, these guys tend to live in colonies. They also are more commonly found, aside from being in the shallows where it's muddy searching for snails, more commonly found in mid-water levels and a little bit toward the bottom in some of the deeper portions of the lake as well. Like I said, they do get quite large. So I would recommend, basically this has the bare minimum for tank size. This is 155 gallon. Yes, I'm sure the keyboard warriors are going to say something about some of these fish, but recognize, as I always state, this is not their forever home. Eventually, hopefully, within the next few months, I will get these guys into over 200 gallons, preferably something around 300 gallons. But this guy is relatively peaceful for an African cichlid. As I've said before, with some of the other ones, such as our star sapphire, same type of deal. But, you know, if these guys are breeding, they will defend themselves, their territory, and their babies, and they will get aggressive. But, you know, This guy definitely one of the more peaceful fish in here. Never really had a problem with him other than him eating my snails. And he's been a very enjoyable fish to watch. Took a very long time to color up from when I got him. And he seems to be kind of slower growing too, in my opinion. When I got this fish, I would say he was around 3.5 inches when I got him. And I've now had him for probably about 16 months or so. So almost a year and a half. And like I said, right now he's right around a little bit larger than 6 inches, probably 6.5 inches, somewhere in there. So, you know, given the fact that they grow to 9 to 10 inches, and in some cases a little larger, fairly slow growing, fairly slow developing fish in my opinion. I probably had him before I even saw like anything remotely close to where he is color-wise right now. I probably had him for about 5 or 6 months. Did not really see much color out of this guy until he reached about 5 inches or so. So if you do want to keep this fish, keep that in mind. It's going to take time. You know, with a lot of these African cichlids, it's that way. Some of these fish very slow to develop their colors as they reach maturity. But patience really pays off when you keep these guys. As you can see, very, very beautiful fish. If I could keep getting some better pictures of him or a video of him for you guys. Again, I need to feed. That's why these guys are kind of all up near the top, because they're expecting me to feed them. They have not been fed yet today, and it is feeding time. But wanted to get this filmed up for you guys before there was debris in the water from feeding, things like that. So guys, that is our fish feature on our CILO tilapia rhodesii. One thing I'm going to say, I would love it for those of you out there that are watching, if you have one of these fish, please drop in the comments below, let me know. Tell me about your experiences with the CILO tilapia rhodesii. You know, it will be fun to just have a discussion topic on this. But again, very beautiful fish, very large growing. Like I said, bare minimum tank size, my opinion, about 150 gallons. You could probably get away with a 125, but I would not make that a forever home. And you know, that being said, guys, happy fish keeping. I will see you in the next video. Matty Fish out.